Hey YouTube, another update on the old Sportster. Coming along pretty good. I got the chain drive on it. There's the pipes that I wrapped. Front strap, limiting strap is installed. I've got, let's see, still have to purchase some MIG controls for it, and I actually picked up this set of, and yeah, they look real pretty right now, a set of 93 Suzuki 600 Katana, or GSX 600F front wheels, or I'm sorry, a pair of wheels. I had to buy a few pieces separate, like this sprocket drum hub with the cushions. I had to buy the spacer separately on eBay. There's the rear caliper and hanger. I'm probably gonna have to buy a new rotor for the back if I can find one. That thing is in really bad shape. It grooved out real bad. Obviously new wheel bearings. I'm gonna probably get some kind of a paint stripper to strip what's left of that paint off of there. I guess I didn't pay attention when I bought this front end, but it is missing the caliper that I actually need, which is the left side one. But I think I might be able to make that one work. I just have to take it off and lift it up to actually bleed it, because it's going to put the bleeder in the wrong position to where I could actually get the air out of it. I think I can make it work. Let's see. Yeah, I had to order another set of lowering links for it, because it turns out the other ones I bought, let's see, where are they at? On eBay, I guess I didn't pay close enough attention, and these are for a 2000 and up bike. We'll just hang on to those, because you never know, we might end up building another one of these at some time. I'm really a sucker for the 03 anniversary bikes in metallic blue, so I may pick one of those up at some point. And so if I do, I'll have some lowering links for it. But I ended up buying another set, and they actually take the place of that cap in the back, which when I purchased those, for some reason the hole, whoever manufactures Colony, I think, I gotta show you guys, gotta figure out what I did with them here. There we go. These things, which are chrome, and you all know that's against my religion anyway, but I think, let's see if I remember right, those things actually fit over the stud. They did, and that's a 3/8/16 thread, but they sent me like some 5/16 24 nuts and washers with this. Not sure why the hole was the correct size for that stud, but they gave me smaller nuts. And oh yeah, I have to dig through my toolbox and find another master link, because they sent me, it came with everything but the clip. The clip was missing in the package, so I'm not sure what happened there, but good news is I have another one, so it's no big deal. As I previously mentioned, the only reason I really wanted those lowering links was to change the angle of the shock, so that I can try to tune it. I may have to raise it back up or lower it even more to get the desired, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is, dive, or the compression. Realistically, I have no expectations for controlling the rebound on the shock at all, which I can't do because there's no adjustment on it, but I can kind of manipulate how the shock responds as far as compression goes, with that travel limiter on the front and with the angle of the shock. So I do know on a street application, the further out you go, the lower you make the bike, the more harsh it rides. Like you hit bumps, you're gonna feel it in your ass. So I'm gonna assume, and I could be wrong, but I'm gonna assume that makes the shock softer. The further out you go with it, it gets softer, so it'll compress quicker, which is something I want to do, but I want it to rebound slow, which I don't have any control over that. But unless I spend $500 on a set of high dollar shocks, I mean, they sell piggyback adjustable shocks on eBay for like $100, but I mean, what would you actually expect out of $100 piggyback shock? A pair of them, rather. I wouldn't expect them to work out at all. So, but yeah, I'm getting ready to make a trip up north to pick up my spare engine and some cams, ignition system, a Mikuni flat slide carburetor. But like I promised you guys, I'm going to race it in basically in this trim, stock wheelbase, stock wheels. I'm going to start out with that. I may start out with that CV carburetor. I may just put the Mikuni on it and get it over with. But at a later date, when I've got these wheels straightened out, I got new bearings and new tires and the brakes all squared away and all the components here that I need, then I will stretch that swing arm, put an air shifter on it, put those lighter wheels on it. And I just want to document how these changes affect it, and so you guys can see a living record, if you will, of how these things benefit your elapsed time when you're trying to drag race one of these things. So obviously, I don't remember who else. I know Zippers and some of them other guys. I actually live pretty close to, I'm about, I'd say 35, 40 miles from T-Man Performance, which those guys do excellent engine work. They did a 107 twin cam that I was building for my wife's Street Glide. They did an excellent job with me on that. Great to work with. Those guys are actually from Ohio, like me. Don't tell anybody, but yeah, they do excellent work. But as far as these Sportsters go, the go-to guys seem to be Hammer Performance, and I don't know if I want to do a 90-inch build. I'll have enough parts, let's say hard parts, Harley hard parts, to build a second engine at some point after I build a new set of flywheels. And I may try to build a Super Street, I think it's Super Street or Hot Street spec 1275 or 70, is it 78 cubic inch engine, a high compression, high lift cam setup, and see how good I do with that. And I may leave this bike, you know, as far as just 1200, and I may purchase a second 883 to build a hotter bike or a more high performance bike. But this one here is just going to be a bracket racer. So yeah, there it is. It's coming along pretty good. I'm still waiting on a few pieces parts, and like I said, I got to make my trip up north here in March to pick up the rest of the parts I have purchased for this project in general, and then we'll get it together. And hopefully the next video that I put out on this bike, you guys all have it running again, and we'll do a few test hits out on the road or something and see how it launches and everything. Even mildly modified, these Harleys are so torquey that they tend to like to wheelie a lot. So I'm just curious to see how well I can launch this thing and manage it. So of course you won't know till we get to the track where it's sprayed and prepped, and maybe not. And it seems like the latest trend is them not spraying the track and you buy your own glue or whatever. But anyway, there it is, coming along pretty nice. Yep, so hopefully the next video I'll have this thing running. I'm going to buy a lithium ion battery for it that's extremely lightweight, and at a future point in time, when I do stretch the swing arm out, I'm going to relocate the battery down to the swing arm here, just lower center of gravity, you know, to move weight down to the bottom of the bike, and also the air tank for the air shifter will be down there as well. So For the time being, I'm going to ride it stock wheelbase. I'm going to foot shift it. I still have to work out what I'm going to do for a tether, kill switch for up here, and a shift light. If any of you guys know anything about a shift light that's actually compatible, this will have a Dyna 2000i ignition system on it. If you guys know of a shift light that's compatible with that single fire setup that's going to be on this, drop me a comment. And anybody has black switches, master cylinders, brakes, clutch, perch, all that junk that wants this chrome stuff, hit me up, because I'll gladly trade you for some black stuff. I just got to get rid of this shiny stuff. I don't like it. So yeah, but that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You'll be notified when new videos on this bike and other projects I'm working on, like this right here is a 2008 CRF 250R Honda motocross bike. And we picked up a pair of these for $800, both of them with some mild engine problems. I've already gotten into the engines that are actually fairly inexpensive to fix. I'm not sure why they didn't get fixed, but you know, I have to understand that some people are limited in their mechanical capabilities. But we're going to thoroughly clean this bike, and we're going to put it back together, and we're going to sell it. So this one will be a flip bike, so to speak. So, but yeah, I've got a lot of work to do. The wheels, I think, are going to come at a later date. Like I said, when I get my second swing arm and fabricate a longer one, buy a fiberglass rear fender, and so on and so forth. Might have to buy, when I do put this Katana front wheel on there, I don't think that stock Harley fender will fit anymore. I'm going to have to buy something that I can make fit out of fiberglass. I don't like the look of a bike without a fender on it, but I'm more than happy to put a fiberglass one on there because it don't weigh nothing. So that's it. That's a 98 XL 883. Just a standard. It wasn't a hugger, it wasn't a custom, just a standard. So, and yeah, stay tuned, yo. Talk to you later. Bye.